took out a giant line of credit and was like, hey, let's just go for it. And
Wow.
that's how I got into it.
That's a huge leap of faith.
Welcome to the Million Dollar Magic Podcast, where Jennifer Jones talks to industry leaders in the real estate world and beyond. From scaling businesses to manifesting health, wealth, and happiness. It's time to unlock your next level of success.
Hey everyone, it's Jennifer Jones, and I am here today with the amazing, incredible Nathan Graham. Hello, Nathan.
Hey, how are ya?
So, Nathan, tell us a little bit about your background and how you ended up in real estate, because we both know very few people wake up out of the womb and say, wow, I think I'm going to be a realtor when I grow up.
How did I end up in real estate? I was selling cell phones a long time ago for a company, and it was one of those companies that if you were two contracts short of your bonus, they didn't pay it, and then they upped your amount for the next time.
Ooh.
And I was getting corporate accounts, and one of them was a realtor, and we got talking. And the realtor worked for a new build, and he basically told me he drove up in a BMW, and he's like, "I start work at noon, and I'm done at 3, and I golf every day." And I'm like, "Dang, I need
Sign
that
me
job.
up.
Sign me up." Um, Without having any idea, so I just got my real estate license. My wife and I quit our jobs, and we moved from where we live to where we now sell, well, where I now sell real estate. Took out a giant line of credit and was like, hey, let's just go for it. And
Wow.
that's how I got into it.
That's a
And
huge leap of faith, like just getting a line of credit. What year was this?
2009, 2010. Yeah.
So you
It was right after the
you
2008 crash. Yeah.
yeah, that's a lot of
Yeah.
faith. Get a line of
Uh,
credit and just go for it.
well, there's something to be said about not knowing enough and still taking big risks. And just fun part to the story, I think the biggest motivator after getting into real estate is I realized not everybody starts at noon, gets off at 3, and golfs 5 days a week, and not everybody drives a BMW. That you learn pretty quick. And I was actually ready to quit 9 months in. I had done one sale. Our almost $20,000 line of credit was out. We weren't making money. I had to move back in with my folks, and I was almost ready to quit. I went for a job at Future Shop, and my mentor in real estate at the time, I was about to get the job, and my mentor in real estate at the time just said, dude, follow up with your leads. That's it. Just this week, you've done open houses every weekend. Just follow up with them. And so I did, and I called a lead that was like 3 or 4 weeks old, and they got me in for a listing appointment, and they bought a house with me, and I realized they made more money in that transaction than I would have had a year at Future Shop. And I
Wow.
just really haven't looked back since then and grew and expand. So,
And
so
yeah, I
money is the
think
best thing you can do.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
think it's interesting. Like, even so, you came over to this brokerage, and right away you jumped into the CRM that we were using.
Yeah.
You literally just deep dove that because you're a techie guy. And
hmm
within, it was about 7 to 8 months, you'd closed out 250 in gross commission income, which is like unbelievable, really,
Yeah.
especially in a market that was supposed to be a down market. So how
I
did
guess I
you
was
do
lucky.
that? Yeah,
Yeah.
how did you do that?
So yeah, just a little bit of background. So I did come over with a database because it was 2003. So by this time, I had been in the industry for 13 years. I had an opportunity to manage an office and manage a team. And so when I quit that opportunity and I joined over, I had no ongoing leads. And again, you run out of money quick in this industry, no matter how much you make sometimes. And I needed to start making money again. So when I got to see this CRM, they had these really cool internet leads. And one of my aha moments in real estate, which all those people in real estate, I hope you hear this, is when you're lead generating, sure, you're lead generating for that deal or that list appointment today, yet you're actually lead generating to build your database because 1 in 10 people in your database are going to transact with you if you're there on a proper touch program. And so when I got in, I was like, I got to build my database. I just got to keep building it and pounding it, building it and pounding it. So I started with some paid advertisements through the CRM, which worked beautifully. I also started with what was it? Newsletters and e-newsletters. I did them weekly, and I did videos for them. And yeah, I would say about it. but first 4 months was rough because it's like anything. What you do today, you're feeding yourself in 90 days. So my wife and I buckled down the budget. We went 90 days, and then it started coming in. Yeah, I'd say that year was actually that year was my best year in real estate ever, and that was 2003, and it was a fantastic year. So yeah,
Oh,
it was
not
about 250 in 7 months. Maybe more
23,
than that.
2023.
2023. Sorry, did
Yeah.
I say 2003? I'm not that old yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And the interesting thing, guys, if you know anything about the real estate market, you know that the market corrected in the Toronto area February of 2022. So here
Mhm.
we are in a very corrected market, and Nathan was absolutely killing it. So moving forward, you recognize there was sort of a challenge because we get this constant messaging about social media posting, and the reality is anyone who's looking for a property is looking where?
Well, online, social,
Online.
they find,
Yeah. It's like
yeah, they click
100%.
Facebook. That's where all my leads came from was Facebook. People clicking houses on Facebook. Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
everyone's looking online, and if you're not a realtor who's utilizing your social media online, unfortunately, you are
Mhm.
not going to be seen the same way. You might do some deals, but you're going to lose business to people that are building, these agents are building relationship even with your existing clientele online. And
Yeah.
going down to a Russell Brunson's ClickFunnels seminar that was back 2 years ago in Orlando, Florida. And I think what stuck with me was that on average, it takes someone 7.5 hours of consuming your content, so video and you speaking, in order for them to like and trust you enough to build that, sort of relationship with you online where they will work with you. And
Right.
so we looked at this and said, you'd been frustrated, right? You tried all these different things, and you're going to touch on that, but it's sort of
Mhm.
what you created that is freaking mind-blowing. So go ahead, Nathan.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I want to also or not caveat, but also add to what you said is I took an AI course about a year and a bit ago, and this was before like AI is just improving all the time at rapid rates. But this was before most people were seeing it was a real thing. And they said AI search engines are going to take over and you won't be able to pay your way to the top anymore. It's going to have to be about your content. And if you follow any of my content, you're going to notice two things. For the most part, I used to be very inconsistent and I smoke a lot of meat. That's the two things you know about my page. Which we'll talk about a strategy of that another time. I don't know if I can say it this way, so if I can't edit it out. I'm not a teenage girl. I cannot be on my social media 24/7. It drives me nuts. Like I like engaging with people, but man, those people are on it all the time is insane. So I would be very spotty in posting, and I had to find a solution to this. So my solution, I think I can share my flow. My solution was either A, I spend a week to create a month's worth of content, which would be just mind-numbingly horrible for me. And I like being on camera, but I'd still be horrible. And so then I found this really cool thing as I dove into AI and I started learning how AI works and operates and all the cool things it can do is I found an AI clone that looks like me, that sounds like me, has all my mannerisms, and I was like, this is even better. I can now take a script, I can research all my scripts, I can cut and paste the script. Now I just put the clone in, and I put the clone in, and I put it into this thing to edit it in another AI program. And then I post them on my social media. So what used to take me a week now takes me a day to two to get done for a whole month's worth of content. And I'm like, that's awesome that we could do it that quickly. And then I realized that a day or two to spend towards content was also very difficult sometimes. And sometimes, as I was teaching people, actually, I would say this, Jen, as I was teaching people how to use this flow, understanding how to do it, having the time to do it, and creating the content to do it was always what I ran into. And I just kept getting asked if there was an easier way. And that kind of blew my mind. We just took a week's worth of work and boiled it down to a day, maybe two. And then you're still asking for an easier way. But we live in 2026 now. And so I figured there was an easier way. So I created an easier way.
Let's do
So
it.
yeah, let's do it. So I created an easier way called Echo Hub, synthetic Echo Hub.
And the cool thing, guys, you're going to be able to
All right.
wait list. We already have a whack of people that are waitlisted to use this product. We're going to be beta testing it over the next couple of weeks. So you
Hmm.
definitely want to be joining this wait list.
So yes, waitlist it. If you go to echo-hub.ai, that is where the waitlist is. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, very beginning of Q2 at the latest is when this is going to be out, but we're probably going to be launching it sooner. If you are a heavy social media user and you want to test it out, go on the waitlist, send me a message in it, and we will talk about the beta test and all the rest. But either way, echo-hub.ca. So I'm going to log in, and I wanted to create something that did all my social creating for me. This is what my hub looks like, and I'll go through just one quick process. So I'll go to create content. As you can tell, I've been working on it. So if you started a project, that's why that starting fresh comes up. So I can have AI from very beginning to end create a single post for me. I can have it create multiple posts for me. So right now I have it set up to 14 days of content. I can also do my own content. I can upload my own videos or I can upload my own photos and put it in there. Now, one of the cool features, which I don't even think I've shown Jen yet, is if you uploaded a photo, say, of a front of a listing, we can also do slight animations to that photo. So, like, if there's a tree in the front yard, we can have like the tree, the leaves kind of falling a bit, or we can have the clouds moving across the sky. If it was a rainy day, they took the photo within the system, we can change it to a blue sky, right? So, as long as it's compliant to your board, we have the power to do that. And then the same thing with multi posts. And it just makes it easy. So it's just easy. I'm going to go to get started. And now I have all these options. I can create an AI generated video. I can do an AI avatar, an AI generated image, or a text only post. Honestly, nobody's going to do text only. So who knows why that's even there. But let's just do an AI generated post. So now what this is going to do is a lot of people are wondering, what do I do a post about? So all the AI in this is designed to be a social media master, right? So everything before it gives you a suggestion, it's actually going back and researching the trends of what's happening in the market that you pick. So right now, my industry is, it says, let Echo, by the way, Echo is my AI. Let Echo suggest the idea, and I can look at my industry. I can pick real estate, mortgages, fitness, coach, coffee shop, retail. Maybe what I do isn't there. So I'm going to hit other and just put in my other industry. I'm assuming this is a real estate podcast, so let's do real estate. Okay, the other thing this is going to do is typically when you're using something like this, you're going to keep doing the same kind of posts. Unless you're in a very unique thing, it's not like you're going to jump from real estate to beauty to smoking meat all in one day for promotional purposes. Remember, this is for promotions. This isn't for your, I just took a picture of my kids. This is for your promotional stuff, right? So I also have an AI learning that will analyze your post after you've done it for a while. That'll now just suggest content and a way and a style of writing for you, right? That matches more what you're doing and that you like.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put in something like, for example, buyer tips. And I get my choice. I can do educational, promotional, personal brand, engagement, or an announcement. So let's say I want to do an educational buyer tip. Now, this is one of my favorite features. I can choose my audience so it will gear it towards a particular kind of family, millennials, working professionals, small business owners. The other thing I can do, which is completely unique, because I've hired social media content companies before, and they just make generic posts that they can put on everybody's content.
Yes.
This is going to geolocate where you are, or you can put in your city.
Which is
So I,
amazing.
I know I don't know if it's going to happen this time. Usually it does. Yet there was one video that we did that had nothing to do with the city or real estate, and it actually had Scugog on the mug,
That was
right?
really
Or something.
cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to pick Scugog because why not? This is where I live. All right, now I'm going to pick my platform, and I can pick multiple platforms. So the idea here is I'm going to create one post and post it everywhere. So I don't know why people like TikTok, but they do, so I post on TikTok. Instagram, you have all these choices. I have a post, a reel, a story, a carousel. And so I want to do a reel and a story. That's what I do most of the time. Now, I do want to let you know when we design a photo, though, if you hit post and reel, it's two different ratios. One's a 1:1, the other's a 9:16 for the
It
way
means
it
the
looks.
size for those of
The
you that don't
sides.
understand. Yes.
Thank you. Um, this will auto detect the size and create the image for that. So
Mhm.
it'll do a real size for the reel and a post size for the post. It auto detects it. And I can just go through and pick as much as I want. I'm just going to do these ones because I don't know why people do this on LinkedIn or Threads. That's actually not true. Use LinkedIn for sure. Threads is
Exactly.
just a part of it.
Yes.
Not sure. Now, I have three options now here to go into. So now I'm just choosing my video prompt. So I'm sure they have this small company called Sora that you might have heard a little bit about. Now, Sora is this fantastic company that'll do, I'm going to say, a lot more marketing promotional type videos, right? Now, one of the drawbacks I've learned, and not many people know this about Sora because they use it for a personal usage, is the only way Sora allows you to use your likeness is if they can verify who you are. So it's on a personal account. So we had to figure out a workaround for that. And plus, this might be shocking, not everybody loves Sora. So we have the ability to integrate other video generating programs. Now, Kling is another amazing one that allows you to upload your photo and it now animates you into it.
Mm.
Runway will allow you to animate the photo. It's a little bit more costly, but it creates high-end cinematics. So it's for those people who really want to take a deep dive into what their marketing looks like. Right now, though, we're going to hit Sora. And one thing I can tell you before I started this project is I didn't know Sora that well. Jen can attest to that. And so I figured the vast majority of people don't know Sora that well. So I wanted to make this super simple. So the first thing you're going to do is pick your atmosphere. Do you want it minimal movement? Do you want it natural movement, story focused, or do you want it dynamic? Really cool. Then I can pick my media, right? So I might upload an image. Now, every time you upload an image, we need to make sure you have consent to use that image, that I'm not using a picture of Jennifer Jones without her consent. So I'm abiding by the consent and I'm uploading the image. The video length right now is kind of maxed out at 20 seconds, but we're going to leave room for this. Now, if you're very new to social media, I also have an ideal length underneath as well. So you can get an idea. Hey, a social ad might be 3 to 7 seconds. TikTok will be 6 to 15 seconds. Instagram 6 to 12. So if you wanted to, you could pick one to match the criteria. Honestly, though, it's seconds. We're good. Okay, so now you're going to describe the scene. And this is where most people, I would say, get lost. Even as I was showing a few demos of this, people would see how I'm describing the scene and want me to correct it, right? So I might say something like, um, I want an AI robot. And remember, I put my reference already up to be, oh, let's see, doing social, and I cannot spell media content
You
for
got that.
their boss in their futuristic office while the boss is rushing out onto a meeting. All
Or
right.
they're in a bath. Anyway, that's a whole
Or
other. They're
or you're in
taking
a bath,
they're taking a soak with some candles, right?
a couple bottles of wine. Okay, so I'm just gonna put in whatever I want. If I have
Mm.
no idea what I want, though, I can just hit auto and AI will create it for me. Because again, I just don't want people to necessarily always have to think of their ideas. That's where we get stuck in this social media creation. I don't want you to get stuck.
Yes.
So choose the style and mood. I can do like modern, vibrant, bold, retro. I've never done retro and vintage, so that sounds fun. I can create the mood, playful, dramatic, cozy, and warm, and lighting that's optional. I can do the camera views that I want. And again, you do not have to fill any of this out. Just the more you fill out, the better it'll create your vision. Now, the ending was this weird little thing. I don't know, Jen, if you ever struggled with the ending, but you had to put in the ending. So maybe I
Mhm.
want it to go onto my logo at the very end, or maybe I want it just to hold still for 2 seconds. You can choose your ending or describe what you want your ending to be. And then the music. Music makes videos. You can let AI decide. It's just going to look at it and decide. Or you can do upbeat, fast and tense, slow and cinematic. You can choose.
And for anyone that's using like a social media posting scheduler, you know that the vast majority do not give you a music option.
See,
Hello,
I did not know
music
that.
option available.
Yes. Now, this is the other cool thing. We're going to have more voices come into it, but now I need a script. So maybe I want just a promotional thing, but maybe I want a script behind it, right? So I might say things like, the boss says, hey, make sure to get those posts done before the meeting.
In 5 minutes.
Oh, good call. In 5 minutes.
right?
Robot says, sure thing, boss.
Done.
Done. All right. Okay, so again, if I don't know a script, now remember the script can't be super long. This is only like a 9 to 10, 12-second video, maybe
Mhm.
20 tops. I can also, I'm going to cut and paste this because I just want to show, but I can improve the script. Maybe I'm just not a good writer and I want to improve the script. So now AI is going to take my script and just improve it. Maybe it just really likes it. It can generate a whole new one. So these are all things. Oh, it's also going to preview the voice.
The boss says, "Hey, make sure to get those posts done before the meeting in 5 minutes." Robots say, "Sure thing, boss."
I wonder if it's actually going to do that in the video.
It is.
That's awesome.
It's going to.
Okay, so we're going to remove the boss sets. This is why you preview things.
I would do 5 minutes too, because it's
Yeah.
doing 5 min.
So either way, you preview it. We're going to have voice options. You're going to be able to record your own voice if you want your own voice on it as well, built right into the system. Or you can just let Sora decide. If you want, like I have no idea what to say, you can give it direction and let Sora decide. Now, there's a couple things here what not to do. It doesn't want you to put in a whole bunch of extra characters. It doesn't want
Mhm.
text on screen. Or sorry, these are things that you're telling it you don't want it to do.
Yes.
So let's say you don't want text on screen, you want no sudden movements, no background music, whatever case may be. Okay. Now, what it's done, it's pulled in everything. Oh, I want this to be a AI. 1 second here. I want to go back to my prompt because it always actually makes these robots sometimes creepy. Cute robot. All right. So again, this just pulled everything in from what I've already pulled in. And again, I maybe if you're really good at Sora, you can now manually edit. Or if you're like me and you're not good, I can just enhance it. And what the AI is going to do is run it through a quick algorithm and now basically change your prompt to the way Sora wants to see it. A main scene, the characters, the camera, the style, the audio, everything. And I can also load my brand. Remember, I wanted it to focus on maybe a logo at the end? My brand I can upload as well. And if I want, I can do other controls, motion intensity, things like that. We're going to hit continue. Now, this is letting me review it. It's right now building the AI prompt as we talk. This will just take 2 seconds. It's generating. That's why all this is grayed out. We'll get the editor to put some elevator. Oh, that little ding you just heard, by the way, that's you notifying if you go to check your email while this is doing it that it's done. And I'm going to generate. Now, again, as we edit, or we can talk. Oh, actually, this is something new, by the way. One of the issues I would run into from time to time is sometimes Sora wouldn't like the script and it would reject it because it thinks maybe I'm telling it to do something I'm not supposed to do. So
Yes.
this is a compliance. Now, if you're like me, I need this to be compliant. Otherwise, my script doesn't work. But if you're really good, you can just turn this off. So I'm actually going to do the suggested review so that way it's compliant to Sora and it doesn't
Mhm.
reject my video.
Yeah. And I find sometimes even using Sora on the app, it will do that even though you're like, okay, come what now?
Yeah.
How is that not compliant? A little overreactive sometimes, I think, Sora, a little sensitive.
One time it was like you asked your robot to wave, and I'm like, okay. And then it rewrote it with the compliance, and my robot was waving. I'm like, hey, why not?
How about that? Yeah,
So
it's good
again,
though.
this is the beauty of the system, though, because I'm a tech forward person, and I would find these things frustrating as I'm trying to learn systems. And what I really wanted to make sure is you, as a user, if you are not tech forward, that it just fixes this problem for you,
Yeah,
right?
which is amazing.
So, like every other Sora video, this is going to take a couple of minutes to generate. And I do want to show it generated because I also want to show you a great way that I've worked around being able to make edits. Before I do that, or while this is loading, I'll show you in the bottom right-hand corner. I also have Echo, the little AI. If you're running out of ideas and you want ideas, you can go, hey, Echo, and it's going to give me real estate ideas, high-performing topics.
Would it do like if you asked it what's currently trending,
So, yeah,
give
so
me a
right
script?
now,
Yeah,
it
high
actually
performing
already
thing.
checked it. And this
Okay.
what's trending or what are people Googling
Yeah.
about real estate? And I can tell you from experience, you do not have to be a good speller. It will know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So there we go. I asked it what's currently trending, and then now there a lot of people are talking market predictions. And now I don't know if you notice this. I'm seeing this in the real estate market as well. We have a
Mhm.
lot of market predictions, a
Mhm.
lot of mortgage rate conversations, sellers concessions, and first time home buyer grants. This is a good sign that people are Googling these things. It means buyers are coming back into the market. So what you can do through this system is make sure you do a topic, find the topic, and make sure it's relating to people so
Yeah.
that you're naturally being found.
Well, I like that one. Even the wait versus buy debate,
Hmm.
right? So what does it say if you go down? Use Jexy to generate a script comparing the cost of waiting for lower rates versus buying now
Perfect.
before the prices climb further. Agreed. That's a
Yes.
great one.
Creative financing, hidden gems.
Yeah, so
Okay.
many great ideas. Yay,
So we
video
now have our
stuff.
video.
Let's go.
This is either going to be good or bad, but either way, we have a plan. Ready? Okay. So it shows the guy running in the background, but as AI does, he ran twice. Shows my cute little robot, which I'm thoroughly happy with. I like Echo quite a bit. Now, let's say there's some things I want to change. This is AI asking me, how did you like the video? Is there anything you want me to change? I'm going to say, yeah, I liked it, but the boss didn't.
And sometimes at the beginning, it's just playing around with prompts. And that's what Nathan's doing. He's built it all and has to play with prompts here and there just to figure out exactly how you would say something.
Yes, and so this is actually why we're looking for beta testers, because this is what normally comes up. Hey, that's a fantastic idea. Now it's going to ask me, do you have anything else in mind for the visual aspects or anything like that? And be like, I don't know. Uh, Make sure the boss doesn't run past twice and make
Make his
the
hair on fire because he's so
oh,
the boss's hair is on fire because he's so busy.
that's a very vivid image. Excellent. Um, then it's still asking me questions, and that's the design of the AI. It wants to make sure it gets your vision because we don't want wasting a whole lot of time. But just for the purpose of time, say, sure, you do what you think is great. And what this is going to do now is craft a whole new prompt, and unless we know my new prompt is ready. So this is the new prompt I'm going to put in, and I'm just going to hit apply changes, and it automatically updates the prompt.
It's pretty amazing. So the whole idea of this, guys, is that instead of having to go on, you've got to create the video content. You've got to make sure your hair and makeup's done. You're going to need to, go in and literally post each platform. You're going to be able to generate a Sora video. You can do your AI avatar twin, right? We can help you create
Mhm.
those. And basically, you're going to be able to have yourself speaking and press a button and put it out to all your platforms at once and also schedule for the next month. So we could just create a bunch of content, all different things about what you want. It's going to be quality content. It's going to be interesting to look at. And for those of you that are like, people aren't going to want to see my AI stuff, let me tell you,
Mhm.
the AI videos for us with our very large real estate team, the views are way higher on our
Yeah.
AI cinema graphic content versus just, like me talking or someone else talking about something. So, yeah, your job with social media is two things. One is to entertain and one is to educate, right? And you're going to
Hmm.
find you get more hits for the most part on everything that where you're providing entertainment, right? And you think, oh, that wouldn't get me clients. They're not going to take me seriously. No, quite the opposite. When they see your humor, when they see your personality, when they see your authenticness, they feel a desire to work with you because your vibe attracts your tribe. They're like, oh, that person's like me. I want to go hang with them, right? So this is the idea is that Nathan thought, okay, it's crazy that we have to post all these different platforms. We know we need to do it. It's a pain in the butt to do. I have to shower every day in order to get this done, right? And
Yep.
now you can skip all that. You can literally just sit for, an hour and create all your content for a month, have it scheduled, and then just post the odd thing as you go through
Mhm.
your week with and knowing that you've put quality content out that's going to be engaging to people. And I think this is just the most amazing solution.
And what I'm going to quickly show you, I'm not going to force you guys to watch me generate more videos. I will quickly show you though the workflow for the multi-post because as Jen said, you can get it done in an hour. And if you want to review and be picky, it definitely would take you 1 hour. Yesterday, I put out 14 posts on every single platform in 10 minutes.
Yeah, which is
Right. So,
incredible. You
and,
can
and that
do,
and that was of me talking. That was my AI
yeah.
clone.
And I think that's what's cool is Nathan, so he can press a bunch of buttons and you'll be able to do the same thing, or you can
Mhm.
pay to have us do it for you. And basically, he can literally push out mass amounts of quality content quickly. So I think this is just next
To
level.
your area too. Like this is one of the biggest things as a realtor is so many of these companies are not area specific. Like that is just
Yes.
all right.
Yeah.
Let's hope this worked out. Let's take the guys. Oh no, my guy's not moving out of the way. Okay,
That's
well,
okay.
no. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Usually on the second prompt, it gets it done quite well. Clearly, I did some work on the prompting this morning, so we'll have to see what's
Maybe,
going on
maybe,
there. But
maybe try to automate it and see what it comes up with.
yeah, well, actually, we'll do it this way here. So just very quick before automating it, I want to start fresh because I can show you on the multi-post what it'll come up
Okay,
with as
yeah,
well.
let's do
Yeah.
that.
Okay, so this time though, I'll choose the AI avatar.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be easier.
And I'll just do 7 because it's just quicker to get it done. Now, again, you have options when you do 7 posts. One, it can be fully connected. So, for example, tip 1, tip 2, tip 3 around the same topic. The second part is you can have a theme, but they're all standalone, which I like because it does look a little bit different. Or you just let the AI decide, whichever one you want.
So literally, this is how quickly that he can go through it. So he's got
Again, same sort of idea. I'm just going to put in, say, home staging tips. I'm going to create my target audience. And again, I'm going to create my platforms. Now, this is going to create a series plan for me. Now, obviously, I haven't given it a lot of thought, and honestly, it's a lot of content, so I'm not going to give it a lot of thought.
no,
But here's my first one: the
continue.
first impression rule, declutter versus depersonalize, life hacking, the rule of 3, the smell of money, moving away from heavy candles to neutral scents, furniture floating. Remember, I chose home staging tips, right? I can also put in a custom thing if I had something more specific in mind, but I kind of like these, so I'm just
Don't
going to
even
go
do
with
it.
it.
They're amazing.
All right. Now, on my Hey Jen, I have all my voices selected, right? And I've recorded my voice. Now, one of the really cool things with Hey Jen is sometimes you have a really cool video you recorded, but maybe your voice was really quiet. And so you want to use a different voice with a different video, and you can do that. And I also have all my avatars. I can use my own avatar. And one day we can do a Hey Jen course. There's no issue on that. Because I'm doing multiple posts, though, I don't want it to look like I'm wearing the same thing every day. So I
Mhm.
can pick, say, 3 or 4 different avatars. And what it's going to do is it's going to randomly use it on a different day for me to make it look like I did all these recordings on a different day.
Mhm.
Now I can do a video format. There's 2 ways of doing this through HeyGen. There's the 9 by 16 portal, or sorry, the standard portal, which is basically just going to use the voice and it's going to have hand gestures. If you need to go premium, which I only suggest because there is a cost behind premium, the only reason why I would suggest the premium portion is if you're going to be doing high-end advertisement content. So this is what I would use if I'm actually doing like a listing video conversation or something a little bit bigger. And that's where it actually matches the hand gestures with all the words. Honestly, though, in my experience, it's been absolutely fantastic just using standard. Most people don't notice the difference. Okay, and then I have all these scripts. What am I going to say? Well, I don't know. I'll just generate them all because I don't want to actually type out scripts like a caveman. Like how
Nope.
that's my new phrase. No, like a caveman. And here you go. This is the video script that it's putting in. And
All
all
done.
scripts are going to be 25 to 45 seconds. So, hey, you have exactly 7 seconds to make a buyer fall in love with your house. Here's how you pass the test. Forget the whole house for a minute. Focus on your entryway, and it speaks better than I do, and front door. This is your first impression, your 7 second window. Clean the front door seriously. Add a fresh doormat. Maybe a potted plant or two. Make things feel
Mhm.
welcome and inviting. Inside, clear clutter, a small console table, a mirror, some fresh flowers. Simple, clean, stylish, isn't it? That's your
Yeah.
script.
Perfect.
All right, they're all generated.
Generate. And you can see, so Nathan was talking through that, but if you literally went click, 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 bang,
Yeah.
that's it. 7 posts being generated right now.
And this is exactly what it's doing. You can see the avatar is queued. All the 7 posts, I can look between them all to make sure they are good. And this, because I'm doing 7 videos, will probably take 5 to 6 minutes, which I'm not going to make you sit through. After that, I'm pretty sure you don't need to see a calendar. It literally is just, do you want to post it every day? Do you want to post it every 2 days? Whatever that looks like.
Which is
And that's the
amazing.
easy system.
It's so easy. It's so incredible.
Mhm.
So, how many minutes would it take to see one of them?
We'll find out here
Okay. Yeah,
if
so
you want.
you can see, guys, that this is a much easier way to be doing social media. And for these are educational posts, right? So this is going to check that box for educational, which is absolutely amazing. And you're really providing your clients and the audience value because for a lot of
Hmm.
people, they don't realize, oh, if I just washed my front door, put a new doormat in, added a couple of potted plants that are seasonal, that alone would make the whole thing feel fresher and a good first impression, which is going to help me sell my home. That is something that we would recommend and do as realtors or working with a staging company. This is what we would do. So you're
Hmm.
getting all these tips for free. It's available to you. And now you're putting them out on social media. And this way, the people that you're going to work with are also interested in these things and probably will have done a lot of the tips that you're giving before you even show up to list the property.
The other really cool thing about this as well is, well, I actually want to go back to the tips first of all. I remember hearing this. Clients used to ask me about painting baseboards, and I heard this great script where someone once said, "Only at your front door, because that's where they're taking off the shoes and they'll definitely notice it." Right?
Mm.
And it's usually very true. But the other really cool thing is that 7 seconds conversation is so key and so important because I used to tell clients that you're going to fall in love with a house in the first 7 to 10 seconds of walking
Oh,
into
yeah.
it. And you've probably seen this with clients. It's like they don't love the house and they don't love the house and then they just start picking it apart. Like it's a beautiful house, but they're like, oh, look, there's dust above the door, or I can't believe they wear this kind of shoes. But then they have this really good experience, and the house has like a little crack in the foundation, and they're like, "Oh, we love the house. Look at the indoor waterfall." You're like, "Okay, that's how we justify it." So again, this is normally supposed to go to be you when it gets created, but right now I have mine set up just to use random AIs because I'm doing a lot more of this for this business.
In the
But
first 7 seconds, you either hook them or lose them. Lead with value, then invite them in. Ready to tour?
so it'll go through quick. Now I can adjust those speeds, and as I said, normally it'll be you. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it's not that simple. I'll just go
It
through,
is
generate the
so,
videos, lets me know when they're done.
yeah,
We have a generate all button that's being integrated today. You'll see little check marks.
it
I can see
is.
a whole gallery of it.
Yeah, which is amazing. And this is the
Mhm.
thing, it's so easy. So, where you're struggling to think about the script, come up with a script, shower, put your makeup on, all those things. Now you're trying to find a place for lighting. You're setting up the camera. You're recording it if you're not using a teleprompter. You're making a million mistakes re-recording. You've now spent hours where you literally could have a whole month's worth of content from the time that you started that process. You could have a month's worth of content, and now you can just go out and actually focus on real estate, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like it's
Oh,
next level.
100%. And again, too, what I like about this, as I said, when you normally pick yourself, it's going to choose you. I've been doing a lot of this for Echo Hub, and so I've been using other people because people get sick and tired of seeing me on real estate. I've also found power in this, though. This makes it look like you also have a group of salespeople working for you or a marketing company who are doing your commercials. I don't know about you, but sometimes I hear those cheesy radio commercials where I hear the person, the realtor on the radio being like, I'll get top dollar for your house. And I'm like, oh my goodness, hire somebody. So if you don't want to be in front of camera, you can have this gentleman here who speaks really quickly, right? As a quick side note, if you didn't like how quickly he spoke, you can just regenerate the video,
And it's
right?
interesting
If there's
too,
something
because
you want to change.
we talk about that, right? So if you speak quickly, you like other people that speak quickly, right? But
Yes.
if you speak quickly and someone speaks slowly, what do you think?
If I speak
right?
quickly and so, yeah, yeah. Am I allowed to say what you
Yeah.
actually think? Yeah.
Yeah.
You often think that they're unintelligent and I don't know. You think that they're probably smart, but a little slow.
Yeah, and that is actually what people
Yeah.
think who speak quickly.
Yes.
But if you speak slowly and someone else speaks quickly, what do you think?
That they're trying to sell me something all day long. Car
Trying to sell you
salesman.
something, might
Yep.
be a little, untrustworthy. I also think someone like that's going to think of someone quick talking as is like a
Hmm.
squirrel, ADHD, not paying attention, not detail oriented. So I would, with these videos, I think I would post if you speak quickly, speaking quickly on the video, even if you choose avatars, is a good idea. If you speak slowly, I would put videos that are, where your speech is slower, only because
Yes.
your vibe attracts your tribe and you want to make sure you're not, getting the wrong kind of people. If you speak slowly as a realtor, you're showing up and someone's speaking quickly. The NLP hack is to achieve, quick trust and rapport, you would speed up your speech, right? Now, do we do that to be manipulative? No, we do that because we believe we were the best person to serve that particular client because we have their best intentions at heart, right?
Right. Just
Okay,
super
let's see
quick.
number two.
This is what flat lighting looks like. Add ambient, task, and a touch of accent.
These are only making 4-second videos, so I'll have to make that longer. Again, I just want to let everybody know this is in beta
Yes,
right
beta
now, and this is
testing.
exactly why we have it in beta. We wanted to kind of put it out there to show you where it's heading and what it's going to look like. So, like these videos, for
Bold paint
example,
colors can
will be
cost you
more than four
thousands.
seconds.
Buyers connect with neutral spaces, stick
Um,
to
but as you can
That's
see,
awesome.
like,
This
yeah,
one's
this didn't
good.
get cut on. This was a fantastic one.
Yeah. And Sora tends to be shorter anyway for pulling content from
Yes,
Sora. That would
Sofa
tend
two
to
feet off
be.
the wall.
yeah.
So that one shut off right away, like
Oh
four
yeah, no,
seconds.
that's because I
Pulling the sofa 2 feet off the wall creates this easy walkway and a cozy conversation.
That's
yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
just
what you'll see is if you follow us on social, Synthetic Echo Hub, if you go to the website, join the wait list, you'll get we're gonna have all the links sent to you to follow. You're gonna see the updates as they come along. Guarantee you, we're not gonna launch this product until it's fully refined. And then even after we do launch it, I'm gonna have a very easy help system where all you have to do is hit one button, give feedback, give a bug, and we get on it right away. Me and my team will just get on it.
Yeah,
Right.
perfect. Okay.
Yeah, no, be good to go. So, yeah, still a few things that why we're in beta test, but I wanted to give you guys a glimpse of the future because in this conversation that we're talking, all 7 videos, well, 6 out of 7 are done. Because I forgot to hit generate on this one. Um, and then yeah, so we would have been posted this in what, 5 minutes, seven
Yeah.
minutes? We would have done 14 videos.
Yeah.
Oh, last thing,
Amazing.
since it's already at this point,
Oh,
it'll also give you your previews. And if you don't know this about YouTube, you need actually meta settings for YouTube because it takes different things. It'll fill out all your meta settings for YouTube, all your tags. It figures out the trending tags that are going on. And then it also gives you all your write-ups and all the data for everything. And you can see what it's going to look like onto the different platforms.
yeah, which is mind blowing. So mind blowing.
And then it would just literally be schedule post, pick my days, hit schedule. Schedule's all 7. Done.
Wow. That is so
Good to go.
wild. And
Yeah.
and so this is what it is. This is the posting of the future, guys. It is already here, just tweaking a few things. Make sure you sign up to get in to test it early. We do have a couple people that'll be beta testing it over the next couple of
Hmm.
weeks, and we'll be tweaking based on their feedback. So we
Yes.
appreciate you. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much, Nathan, for sharing this incredible product. And we will see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you for having me on.